Monday, fun day. So if you don't happen to have a squishy ball, you can use a block and a bolster in place, but it won't be as good because you won't be able to do the stability exercises, right? Okay, let's start with the ball under our right arm and along our rib cage here. We're just going to just do a little bit of breathing into the ball, right? And this is just to get the sensation of feeling your right rib cage. So just take a couple deep breaths here and try to bring your breath to the right side. Try to bring your breath into the ball. Right? And then exhale. And a little bit of that sensation of the ball on our rib cage should help us bring our breath to that side a little bit as you inhale, exhale. Interesting experience to try to breathe into one side, into one lung, right? That's a thing in Pilates. All right, and then we'll switch to the other side. So put the ball on your left rib cage under the arm and do the same thing. And you might notice it's a little different, right? So aim your breath into the ball on this side. And the ball helps us feel our rib cages expand and contract, right? So it can help bring our awareness into the breath. Okay, if you're just coming in, grab a squishy ball. Good. And we'll take the ball out from under there and just take one breath and notice if you try to breathe into both sides, does it feel different now, right? Exhale. You might notice a little bit of a deeper breath. Okay, so standing with our feet under our hips, bringing our ball in front, lifting our spine, lifting our heart. We're going to lift and lower our heels with the ball. So we're going to inhale, float the heels up as we raise the ball over our head. And then the ball's in the right hand as we exhale the feet back down, the heels back down. And then bring it in front. Inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet. And the ball's in the left hand as we float back down. Your exhale. So do that again. Nice deep breath as we lift up. And the ball's in the right hand as we float down. Inhale, lift up onto the toes. Ball's in the left hand as we float back down. Bring your ball directly in front of your chest. Heels down. And then you're going to take the ball in your right hand. You're going to take it behind you, follow it back, and complete that circle by bringing your arm down and all the way back around. Right? So we're going to circle the arm. Ball in the left hand, take it behind you, and you're going to complete that circle, bring it back around. And again, right hand takes it back, following it back, and all the way around. Left hand, and inhale, and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, twist, exhale, back around. Inhale, follow it back. Exhale it back around. Great. And then bring your ball over your head. Take a little back bend here as we look up and just lean back a little bit. A little bit of a back bend. And then lifting straight up, inhale. As you exhale, take it over to one side, little side bend. Inhale back. And exhale over to the other side. You might widen your feet apart if you need to as well. Good. Inhale back. Well, breathe however you want and take it over to the other side. You can breathe on you can inhale over, exhale back, or vice versa, right? Whatever feels right, just breathe as you side bend. Over and lift up. Good. And when you come to the top, just let your arms float down, ball in one hand. And we'll bring the ball between our thighs here. And hands just rested on the thighs. Leaning forward slightly, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to gently squeeze the ball, curl the tailbone, round. And then release as you inhale and come into an arch, right? Lift the tailbone, lift the heart. Exhale, gently squeeze that ball as you curl, tailbone under, round. Then release as you come into your arch. Good. And breathe here. Exhale, curl, rounding the back. Inhale, arch. Good. One more time. Exhale, gently squeeze, round. And come back to neutral and come up. Take your ball out from between your legs. We're going to do one more balance thing. So taking our ball out from our side, one hand, you're going to, whatever side the ball is on, you're going to lift that knee, pass the ball under, bring it out as you lower that foot. Simple, right? And the other knee lifts. I'm not going to be graceful on that side, but you try to be graceful on that side, okay? And switch. So passing it under and lift. Passing it under and lift as that foot goes down. Right? And breathe. And I can't really lift that leg today. A couple more. Just get a sense of a little bit of a rhythm. And when you're even on both sides, go ahead and float your arms back down. Put your ball next to your mat or wherever you're going to be. Iron my mat out here. So we're going to roll down. Inhale. As we exhale, letting our head, shoulders, arms relax. Roll down and hang here. So you may or may not be touching the ground. Let your knees bend and straighten. Hopefully you can let your head dangle. If you need to modify this, of course, you can flatten your back, lift your head up, or whatever you need to do. And then we'll walk our hands out, tiger down dog, fingers wide, and lifting our tailbone here, pressing the hips up. Let your feet just stretch down toward the mat. Let your body shift around a little bit as you breathe. You might shift forward and back as well, whatever feels good to you. This is just a good chance to get a little stretch in the back of our legs, a little blood to our brain, kind of wake our body up. And then walking our hands out a little more, or come in all the way down to a plank if that works for you. You know, you can keep your hips lifted if you want, or come down farther and breathe. And then we're going to lower down to the mat. Bring your knees down whenever you need to, and come around to take our ball here and bring it between the thighs again. So feeling it secure there. Now, like I said before, if you don't have a squishy ball, you can use a block there, yoga block, right? And arms by our side. Inhale here, take a nice deep breath. And then as we exhale, gently squeeze the ball, peel your spine off the mat. On our inhale, our arms are going to go over our head, relax on the floor. And then on our exhale, we're going to melt our spine back down. And then on our inhale, we're going to lift our arms. On our exhale, we're going to curl up. And as if you're pressing something down, with your arms, right? Squeeze the ball. Good. And then inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lie back down with your arms over your head. Inhale, exhale, peel your spine off the mat. So we'll do that little sequence. Good. Inhale at the top. Exhale, gently squeeze and melt the spine back down. Inhale, arms come to the ceiling. Exhale, curl up and press and reach those arms. Good. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lie back down. Arms over the head. Good. And just breathe. Exhale, peel off the mat. Good. Your bridge. Inhale at the top, pressing those hips up. Melt the spine down on the exhale. Good. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, press those arms. Now you're going to stay here as you inhale, and then exhale, straighten the legs and squeezing your ball to roll up. Take a stretch over your legs. Good. Lift up, inhaling here. Exhale, bending your knees as you roll back down, bending your knees. Good. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and peel off the mat. We're going to add this piece to it. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, bridge back down. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, curl up, squeeze the ball, straighten the legs and roll up and stretch. Good. Lift up. Inhaling, exhaling as we roll back down, draw the feet in. Good. Into our supine position. Exhale, peel off the mat. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, bridge back down, articulating our spine. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, curl up, squeeze, and then straighten the legs. Roll up and stretch. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale, roll back as you bend your knees. Arms by your side. Nice deep breath. Squeeze and peel your spine off the mat. So it's nice flow here. Inhale, arms over our head. Exhale as we melt the spine down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, squeeze and reach. Straighten the legs. Roll up and stretch. Good. And then inhale, I'm moving. Exhale, roll back as you bend your knees. Draw your feet in. Inhale, one more bridge. Exhale, squeeze and peel off the mat. This is our last bridge, and then we're going to take our arms over our head and relax them on our inhale, and then bridge down one bone at a time on our exhale. And then when your hips come down, bend your elbows, clasp hands behind the head. We inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to gently squeeze the ball and press our head and shoulders up. And then stay here. Lift your knees. Lift your legs up. Good. Inhaling as we take our legs away from us, or take the ball away from us a little bit. And then we exhale the legs back up. Right? So it's called like double toe touch, right? So you're bringing your legs away on the inhale and gently squeezing the ball as you exhale them back. Inhale away, gently squeeze and bring it back up. Don't think you have to touch the floor with your feet. You don't have to go all the way. Just moving the legs a little bit away and then bringing them back. Okay. Inhale away, exhale back. Now when you come back, let your head and shoulders relax down. Take a little moment just to breathe here with your legs staying up, hands behind the head. Good. And then we'll come back into our position. Exhale up. So our legs are here. We're lifting our head and shoulders. Now we're going to take our legs the opposite direction. So inhale. As you exhale, gently squeeze the ball and bring your legs towards your head. And then back to start. Okay, so try not to move the head and shoulders. just a little squeeze and a lift of our hips, right? Exhale, pull the legs towards you, lifting the hips a little bit off the mat. Right? Inhale away. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, legs back to start. Exhale, lift. Good. Feeling that little stretch in our tailbone. Now, when you come back to start, take another little rest. So just keeping our legs where they are and our hands behind our head. Take a little rest. Yeah, and then we're coming back up. So exhale up and we're going to put it together. So you're going to inhale the legs away from you. On our exhale, gently squeeze the ball, bring your legs up and then bring them towards your head and then back to start position. So inhale, legs away, gently squeeze as you exhale, bring it up, legs toward head and then back to start. Inhale away, exhale, lift the hips. Inhale away, exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, legs away. Trying to hold our head and shoulders and support with our arms, support our neck. Okay, when you finish that one, go ahead and relax down and hug your knees, relax your body. That was a lot. That was a lot right there. Take a little break. All right, and then we're gonna, like I said, little. Okay, so then we're gonna put the ball between our feet. Okay, so grab hold with your feet, arms on the ground. You notice that the knees open here, right? So we're gonna pull that ball towards us, opening up our knees as we inhale. Press your spine into the mat as you stretch your legs out on your exhale. Whatever angle, right, feels right for you. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out. Try to press your spine into the mat. Keep that spine on the mat. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out. Opening the knees as we pull in. Exhale, stretch out. Good. Pull in. Feel that opening of our hip. Exhale, stretch out. Stay here. Lift the ball to the ceiling on the inhale. Legs are straight. Exhale, lower back to where you were. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, stretch out. Inhale, lift the legs and back to where you started and pull it in. So we're just adding that little piece. We stretch our legs out, lift them up, we lower them, we bend our knees and pull it in. So a nice little flow and breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale and exhale. It should feel a little bit of opening up of our hips here. Keep your spine on the mat. All right, next time our legs go to the ceiling, we're going to stay there. So we're holding our legs up. We're going to take our arms out from our shoulders. Feel free to bend your knees if you need to. That's okay. You can bend your knees, but take your legs slowly to one side on your inhale and gently squeeze and lift the legs back to the top on your exhale. Inhale to the other side. Exhale back to the top. Right, so keeping our shoulders anchored as we take our legs side to side. And again, feel free to let your knees bend as much as they want. You can even have them in this position, right? And a tabletop if you want. Just whatever feels good to you and comfortable enough for your legs. So inhale side. Exhale back. Inhale to the side. Feeling our hips rocking off the mat. Feeling our shoulders staying on the mat. And the next time you come to the top, bend your knees, put your ball on the ground with your knees bent here. Slide the arms down. Put your whatever leg is forward to the screen, put that foot on the ball. And you're just going to roll the ball away, straightening your leg, and then pull it back in. Roll it away, and roll it back in. Roll it away. And back. And stay here with your foot on the ball. Inhale, exhale, press the hips up, however high they want to go. And now roll the ball away and roll it back in. Roll it away and roll it back in. Holding our hips nice and still. Roll it away, roll it back. Roll it away. This time when we roll it back in, lower the hips down. Switch the ball to your back, whatever leg is on the back, to the back, right? That foot on the ball. Roll it out and back. Roll it out. Straightening the leg and back. And again, we're also feeling our pelvis nice and steady when we do it with our hips on the ground, right? So holding, it's about pelvic stability. And then with the ball here, our knee bent, press the hips up, and now roll it away, and bring it back, and breathe, roll it away, and bring it back, away, and back, one more, and away, and bring it back, and lower the hips back down. Put the ball back between your feet, lift it back up, take it with your hands, and stretch your body out. Reach your arms over your head and reach your legs away from you. And just do a little side to side stretch and reach. Reach through one leg and arm and the other. Nice to do in the morning. Just stretch our body out, move our hips and shoulders, reach and reach. And then relax. We're going to come onto our side and come up so we can bring the ball behind our back. So find your, and this is where if you don't happen to have a squishy ball, you would use a bolster, right? Not a block. Okay, so ball between the shoulder blades or right under the shoulder blades, just somewhere around there, hands behind the head. Going into back extension, we're gonna arch back over the ball. Feel free to adjust the ball, put it where you need to. Just arch back over, and your head likely won't be on the ground, right? It likely won't be touching the mat all the way down. But just feel that nice little stretch and our chest and that back extension, the arch. Good. And then we're going to inhale. As we exhale, think of drawing rib cage toward the pelvis to lift up. Inhale back over the ball. And exhale. Lift. Good. Inhale back. Really feeling our spine, noticing how the spine is moving into extension and then flexion, right? Extension over the ball. Exhale up to flexion. Now we're going to do that with a little bit of, it's called around the world. So inhale back. Exhale up and then look to the left a little bit, arch back over the ball and around to center, exhale up the center. Take a little twist to the right and arch back over that shoulder, coming around to center and exhaling up the center. A little turn to the left, arch back, might feel a little massage in your shoulder, a little extra stretch. Exhale up the center and then turn to the right, arch back, around to center, and exhale up. Just two more times. To the left and back over the left shoulder and around, up the center. And then to the right, over that right shoulder as we go back and around to center. Exhale up the center. Good. Now you're going to go one more time back on your inhale. And exhale up the center. And then straighten your legs. Reach for your feet to roll up off of the ball. And we'll take our ball and bring it under our sacrum, our tailbone, right? So lift the hips, center your sacrum on top. This again is where if you don't have a squishy ball, you would use a bolster or a block, either one, but it doesn't give you that stability challenge that we're going for here. All right, so we're gonna lift one leg and then the other leg into tabletop on our ball, and just notice how that feels for you. If you feel a little bit of trembliness, and then see if you can just lift one arm off the ground and notice how that feels. And then bring it down and then float your other arm up and notice how that feels balancing on your ball. And then bring it back down. Now maybe you can lift both arms and balance on your ball. Notice how easy that is or how hard it is, right? And then bring your arms back down. Good. And we're going to flex our feet and we're going to stretch through that right leg as we exhale. Inhale, bring that knee back. Exhale, stretch through your left heel. Inhale back. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale left. Now, with our knees bent, one arm to the ceiling, other arm to the ceiling, palms facing. Add the arms. So you're going to stretch through your right heel as you reach your left arm back a little bit. Not too far, just a little bit back. Inhale everything back to start. Exhale as you stretch through your left heel, reach your right arm back. Inhale back. Exhale, stretch out opposite arm and leg. Inhale back. Exhale, stretch out opposite arm and leg. Right, so noticing how that is for you, stability wise. Good. The more air you have in the ball, the harder it will be. Okay, now we're going to do both arms and both legs. So double leg stretch. Reach those legs, reach those arms, stretch out, and bring it back. Stretch out. So if your ball is more flat, it's easier. If your ball has got more air in it, it's going to be harder, right? Stretch out and bring it back. Good. One more. Stretch out and bring it back. Now put your arms on the ground, straighten legs to the ceiling, and open into a straddle, right? So we can just let our hips open, feeling gravity helping us here with that hips, inner leg stretch. Yeah. And bring the legs back to the top. And we'll just bend our knees, put our feet back on the mat, on the ground, press the hips up, and then you might find that your hips don't come all the way off your ball. That's okay. You're going to lift your right leg up into tabletop, and you can use this ball for support, so you can always rest on it. And you might want to straighten your leg to the ceiling. You might want to keep it bent. We're going to inhale, lower into the ball. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower into the ball. Exhale, press up. Right? So take as much of a rest as you need to, and then press the hips up on your exhale. And you also might want to put your elbows down on the ground with your hands up. That can be very supportive for this kind of thing. All right. Now rest in the ball for a second. Straighten the leg if it's bent. Now see if you can press your hips up off the ball again, and then do a little circle of that leg. So you're going to go cross, down, around, and up. Little quick circle, right? Little quick one. Breathing, exhaling out as you circle. If you need to, lower your hips into the ball and rest. Okay, reverse your circle. Feel free to have your hips on the ball when you do this circle too. You can do that as well. Okay, we're going to stop circling. We're going to relax into the ball, bend our knee, put that foot on the mat. All right. Press the hips up. And again, you might like your elbows down like that. Lift your left leg up. Maybe straighten it, maybe keep it bent, whatever you prefer. Inhale into the ball, exhale, press up. Inhale, lower, exhale, press up. Right. Like I said, feel free to just rest in the ball if you need to as well. Or not do so many, right? You've got the ball for support. Now take a little rest on the ball. And then if you want, you can either keep your hips down or press them up and then do a little circle of that leg. So across, down, around, and up. And reverse your circle. Your hips, you might get tired and need to rest on the ball and do your circles too, right? You got the ball, so whatever you need to do. All right, and then we're going to stop the circles, bend the knee, foot on the ground, rest on the ball. Let's straighten one leg out and then take hold of your other knee with that same side hand. Pull that knee in so you kind of get a stretch in your hip as well as a stretch in your other hip flexors, right? Should feel good, hopefully. And then we'll switch. So put that foot down, switch legs, stretch that leg out, hold on to this knee, kind of stretch it in as you stretch your other leg out. And you might actually enjoy stretching both legs out. That can be a little bit tight in the tailbone area when you do that, but depending on how, if that feels good to you, if you like that, you can stretch both legs out and kind of move around on the ball. Let those hip flexors get a stretch. All right, and then we'll bring our feet back in, press the hips up, pull the ball out, articulate the spine down. Okay, and then taking hold of your ball, reach forward, straighten your legs, and roll up, or however you can come up. So we're going to straddle the legs a little bit and lift the sits bones. Now, straddling is hard for you. Put your feet together like that. If it's too hard to straddle, because of tight hamstrings or hips or whatever, just come into a diamond. Okay, same thing though. We're going to sit here. We're going to roll that ball away. And stack back up, bring it in, and roll it away. So either in a straddle or legs in a diamond, and roll it away. So with the straddle or legs in a diamond, you should feel a nice stretch in your sacrum, right? That's where a lot of the stretches here. Roll it away. And when we stack up on this one, we're going to pick up our ball, lift it up over our head. Now, really lifting tall through the spine. You can also bend your knees if you want, or have, whatever works for you. So you can lift tall. Now hinge forward from your hips. So that ball stays in line with our crown, but we're flat back, hinging forward. And then all we're going to do here is bring the ball down toward the ground, maybe touch the ground, and then lift it back up with our back flat. Touch it down and lift. Keep your head lifted. Don't let your head drop. And lift. And breathe. Really try to keep the back flat, right? Again, knees can be bent. Touch down and lift. And now you're going to hold up there. This time when you lift the ball, stay here. Rotate and look under one arm. And then come back to your center, flat back, rotate and look under the other arm. Back to center, flatten the back, rotate. Look under that arm again, and back to center. One more time, under that arm, and back to center. Flatten the back, really lift that ball, reach out, back flat, and then let the ball float down to the ground, hands on top, and roll it in, back up. Bring your ball in front of you. Again, you can sit whatever way works for you here, but you want to lengthen through the head. So really lengthen the spine. As we inhale, pressing into the ball, we pull it into our chest. As we exhale, we rotate to one side. Inhale, extend the arms straight out. Exhale, lift the ball over our head. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward. So it's a little bit of a twist. Inhale, press and pull that ball in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach straight out. Exhale, arms up, ball overhead. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward. Inhale, press and pull it in, lifting tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stretch straight out. Exhale, up, over the head. Inhale, center. So we're focusing, exhale, back and front. Focus on lengthening the spine, right? Press and pull it in as we lengthen. And then rotate. Stretch straight out in front. Lift. Back to center. Arms forward. Go ahead and let your ball float all the way down. There we go. And then bend the knees. You might want to shake them out. Shake out your legs. Flap them around. Okay, so bend the knees a little bit. Like that. Nice tall spine. We're going to tilt back. So back is flat. Little tilt. Take your ball, whatever arm is forward of the screen, take your ball in that hand. You're going to rainbow it back to the ground and rainbow it back to your legs. Switch hands, rainbow that ball back. You can hold on to your leg with your other hand if you want, whatever you need to do, and rainbow it back. Two more, switch, rainbow it back, and bring it forward. And we're breathing one more time, back, and bring it forward. Good, and come up and relax your back. Relax your legs for a moment. We're going to put the ball between our legs again. We're going to lean back on our elbows and the knees. Bring the feet in. Good. Pressing elbows into the ground. We're going to inhale as we lift our knees up. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, feet back down. Okay, inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Stay here. Inhale, lower the legs a bit. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower. Squeeze and lift back to the top. You don't have to have your legs straight up to the ceiling. They may not go there. Just move the legs. Inhale away. Exhale, lift. Inhale away. Last one. Exhale, lift. Bend the knees. Feet back down to the ground. Take a little moment. We're going to do one more thing. Take a nice deep breath. Lift those knees up. Now take them over to one side. And exhale back. Take them to the other side. Exhale back. So our hip is kind of rolling off the mat, side to side. And then we're going to add one more thing, one more piece at the top. Inhale over to the side. Exhale, straighten the legs. Lift it back to the top. Bend the knees. Take it over to the other side. Straighten. Lift and bend. I know you're feeling it in the neck. Take it to the side, extend, lift. And last one, take it over to the side, extend, lift, and bend the knees. Feet on the ground, press yourself up. I know you can feel that in your neck because I can. So take our ball onto our side. So we're going to be putting it underneath our rib cage on our side. Top leg straight, bottom leg bent. Make sure your hips are all the way on the ground. Take a side stretch here. Good. And you can kind of lengthen your leg and sort of pull on your arm if you really want to stretch more, right? You can kind of accentuate that stretch on the side that's upward. Right. And then we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to press ourselves up, lift the leg, reach, and inhale over. Good. And exhale, press up. Inhale, stretch over as the leg lowers. Exhale, press up, reach. Inhale, lower. And exhale up. Keep going, a couple more. Stretch, exhale up. Look down if that helps your neck. It probably will. Exhale, press up. And relax over your ball for a moment here. Come back down. And then bend your elbow. Put your head on your hand, keeping our ball here. We're going to take that top leg a little bit off our bottom leg, flex the foot, kick forward, and stretch back. Leg kicks, kick, and reach. Inhale and exhale. Really stretch that leg back. Now we're going to take it into a bicycle. So reach back, bend the knee, pull it forward and stretch to the heel, and reach back, bend, pull it in. Really moving that leg as much as you can. Get in all the joints here, all the joints moving, right? And breathe. When you come to the back, you can reverse, forward, knee in, heel to butt, and stretch back. Good. So I like to use bicycle to really work the joints, like move the joints, right? Just as well as the muscles, but it's a lot of work, and it's really good for our joints. So, and then last time, when you stretch back, you can let your legs relax together. Take a little moment to relax those legs. And then we're going to use our top hand on the ground, bottom hand stays here. Press your bottom hand into your head, top hand into the ground to lift, right? Do a few of those. Now, you can also move your legs into different position. Doesn't matter what your legs are doing. Just press straight up and down. Relax the neck so that we're not using our neck muscles. We're using our side muscles here. Yeah. Last one, and then when you lower down, straighten your top legs, take one more stretch over that ball, and you might kind of stretch that leg and maybe stretch your arm a little bit more. Really get a good side stretch there. And then we'll bring ourselves up around to the other side with the ball underneath rib cage, making sure the hips are all the way down, top leg straight, bottom leg bent, and stretch over the ball. Really good to kind of get our spine to bend in this lateral way, and also to expand our rib cage, right? To expand those muscles between the ribs. Give them a little stretch. Good, and then we're going to move with it. So inhale, as you exhale, press up, lift the leg, reach. Inhale, stretch over the ball. You can see why they call this a side lying sit-up, right? Because it's like a sit-up only on our side. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. And this kind of work on our side is really good if you want to trim the waist. If you feel like you want that hourglass figure, these are the exercises for you. All right, last one. And then when we come back over the ball, just take a little moment to take a breath. And then we'll put our top hand on the ground, rest our head on our bottom hand, take that top leg up, kick forward, and reach back. Inhale, kick. Exhale, stretch back. Yeah, so we really get a stretch in the front and the back of the leg, holding our torso, holding our ball nice and still as we breathe. Then going into the bicycle, next time we reach back, bend the knee, pull it up, reach through the heel. So nice, big bicycle. So we really move full motion as much as you can, unless you have, like I have, a bench behind me that I keep kicking. Okay. And the next time we go back, we can reverse our bicycle. So flex forward, in, heel to butt, reach back. Full extension in the back. Don't miss that full extension. Back, and then kick forward. Full extension, back. You really want to extend that leg fully. Last one, and then when you reach back, go ahead and let your knees relax. Let your legs relax. This top hand is going to press into the ground. Bottom hand presses into our head. We're going to lift the elbow, right? Press up and straight up and down. Don't lean forward. Good. Using your side muscles to lift, as well as the arm helping you on the ground, right? This top hand, this hand that's in front is helping us if we need it. I need it. Good. Last one, and then you can take one more stretch over the ball with that top leg straight, reaching our arm. And taking a couple breaths into this side body. Yeah. Good. All right, and then we'll go ahead and bring ourselves around, up and onto our all fours. So with the ball, well, just my mat, with the ball between the knees to start with, like that. Hands on the mat. Spread fingers. Good. We'll start with a little spine movement. So you're going to inhale, and then as we exhale, gently squeeze the ball, curl the tailbone, round the back. Inhale, releasing into an arch. Good. Exhale, gently squeeze the ball, curl the tailbone. So squeezing the ball does serve a purpose, right? We're engaging those inner lower muscles, right? Exhale, squeeze. And then we're going to add to this. Good. So we're going to come through neutral, tuck our toes into the mat as we arch. Inhale, exhale, curl the tailbone under, round, lift the knees off the mat, lower the knees, and then arch. Good. Inhaling, exhaling, curl the tailbone around, float the knees up, and lower back down. And arch. We're just adding that little knee lift, right? As we exhale, curl around, float the knees up and down, and arch. Breathe, exhale, float the knees, and lower, and arch. Come to neutral. Neutral position here on your all fours. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to gently squeeze the ball and reach that left arm forward. Keep your head lifted. Don't let your head drop, right? So you're looking kind of forward and down a little bit. And then bring that hand back down as you inhale and relax. Exhale, gently squeeze and reach your right arm. Inhale that hand back down as you relax. Exhale again, squeeze the ball, reach and lift that left arm. And then bring it back down. And one more time, gently squeeze and reach your right arm as you exhale. Keeping your head in a good position so it's comfortable. And bring your hand back down to the mat. Good. You probably felt the connection with your core through your arms, right? That was the idea. So we're going to take our ball and we're going to put it behind the knee, whichever leg you want to start with. And you're going to lift it up like that. Now, all we're going to do is hang on to this ball and hope that you don't get a cramp. If you do, relax your leg down. Okay, flex your foot, and all you're going to do is pulse that knee up just a little bit, right? Little tiny pulse. Good. And then go ahead and let your knee come back down to the ground. Keep the ball there. Take it out to the side. Lift it to the side and back down. I believe this is called fire hydrant. Lift it to the side and lower down. And lift to the side. Reminds me of my aerobic days, right? Side. Any of you remember that? Okay, and then last one, and then we're going to switch to the other leg. Put the ball. Obviously, if you don't have a ball, you could use a little pillow or something. Okay, so we're going to lift that knee up and do little tiny pulses upward. So keeping your knee lifted, very little tiny pulses. It's about keeping the knee up as high as you can. Right? So you feel a stretch in the front of your leg. Targeting glutes and hamstrings on other things. Okay, relax your leg down and now lift directly side, up and down, and up and lift and lower. Kind of a full body workout, this one. Breathe. Good. Good. Last one. And then when you bring your knee back down, take your ball out from there. Stretch back onto your heels. I'm resting my head on the ball. So if you want to do that, or if you want to do something else, I'm just putting my forehead on the ball like that. And then we're going to come onto our belly and we're going to put the ball. You never knew there have this much fun with the ball, right? Okay, we've done this before. We're going to put it underneath our chest. So it's going to go right under the sternum like that. I want to say something I used to say in class, but I feel like, I don't know, might be a little X-rated. Okay, so we're going to bring our elbows in and down, put our forearms on the ground, elbows in, right? Shoulder blades down. We're just going to try to roll the ball forward with our chest. Lift up a little bit and then relax. So inhale. As you exhale, try to push that ball forward. And then relax as you inhale. And you can use your arms pressing into the ground to help you push forward. And you lift up a little bit and then relax down. So this is a way to lengthen our spine. Make sure the head stays in line with your spine, right? So lengthening out and up and then relax. And you're also using those muscles, right, around your spine. Push. Good. All right, and then we'll take the ball out from there and bring it over our head with our hands on top. And here's where you might want something under your chest to lift you up like a pillow if you need it, okay? And just press into the ball, into extension, and lower it back down. We press into the ball. It moves a little bit towards us as we lift and lower down. And then add to that, as we press into the ball and lift your left leg. And lower down. And then as we press into the ball, we lift our right leg. And lower down. So just alternating, kind of reach and lift the leg a little bit off the ground, and then relax. Reach and lift as you press up. And then when you're even on both sides, we're going to lift both legs. So we're going to press up, lift both legs, and just do a little flutter kick, really small flutter kick as you stay lifted, right? And breathe. And relax down. Then take your ball in your hands. You're grabbing it and you're going to lift up, float off the ground, take your ball with your left hand, bring both arms behind us, switch, bring the ball with your right hand forward and lower down, right? Inhale, lift, exhale, right arm takes the ball back, both arms, switch, bring it overhead and lower down. So we're alternating. Inhale, bring it back, exhale, lower down. Now lift, bring it back, exhaling around and down. See if you can do that a couple more times, really kind of lifting as we bring the ball over behind us, right? Over our butt behind us, gonna lift, switch, and bring it down. And when you're even on both sides, you can rest. And then we'll come up onto our knees. Again, take a little stretch back to the heels. You're probably feeling your low back. It's good for your low back. The low back. Anything that's good for your low back is good for your kidneys. Okay, come around to sitting. The last thing we're going to do, just a nice little stretch and saw to end with. So if you can sit in a straddle, you take your legs like that, or you can sit in a diamond like that. Right. So we're going to lift our sits bones, lift the arms up over the head so we can lengthen tall. We're going to twist. And if you're going to the left, your right hand takes that ball to the outside of your left leg. And you're going to roll it towards your foot, anchoring your hips. And then bring it back, lift it up and over the head as we lengthen, twist. That hand, other hand takes it to the outside of your leg. You can use your back arm, your back hand to press you forward if you want. So you get a nice stretch and then bring it up. Switch to the other side. Roll it towards your foot. And bring it back and lift it up and over. Inhale and exhale. And using your back arm to help you if you want. Stretch toward that foot. Up and over. Great. And then when you're even on both sides and you're ready to stop, go ahead and let your arms come down by your side. Your shoulders a little shake, maybe move your head around. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to stop the recording here.